Yeah, that just last whole 20 seconds of gameplay made absolutely zero sense for the side of Elevate.
And what's funny is you bring it up, Matt, but you talked about how frantic and crazy it got. That is the epitome at the end there of where they were so tunnel vision on just getting to that hard point that they had no one there next. A rough game one loss. I guess the silver lining for Elevate was that they were down by 110 and only lost by 1 second.
I mean, maybe Elevate thinks that they get there a second earlier and they're able to kill that guy off. I mean, a second earlier, they end up winning that game, on that hard point.
Yep.
But at the same time, I mean, they just do not get it. You can't throw all your eggs at that hard point in that situation. I mean, the smoke's coming out, great. I get you're trying to contest it, but like, just take a deep breath and just try and get a good push going.
Well, finally, it does look like Rise Nation will win a map against Elevate. We are going into game number 2.
They've done the impossible, Jack.
They have done the impossible, Matt. Game 2 will be Retaliation, Search and Destroy. Rise Nation on offense first. And they're gonna. This is what we saw from them yesterday, and from what I've seen in scrims, these teams just flood near this lower street, get aggressive on the bomb, take control of roof, which they do have with Felony, and look, they can go for this plant right away.
What I love is everybody on offense goes over towards this B bomb site. They stack it pretty heavy, and the defense is still kind of like trying to spread out or like attacking middle map. It's like, well, why don't we just 4-hit over at B? Just catch them off guard, but kills being exchanged from both teams here early. It's going to be a 3v3. Watson picks up another one for Elevate. So Elevate looking in a good position to take this round.
Sento's actually got himself in the best spot, and I love this position from Looney. As long as he doesn't get pinched from the garage area, he sees the grenade, not phased by it though because he has that blast shield ready. Now down to a 2-on-2. Facento does get traded on out. Looney going to have to be the hero for his team. He spots one, gives away his position with 13 seconds left, and he's going to have to check his bomb sooner rather than later. Questionable decision there from Looney. You saw the player get just behind cover in time. He'll be kicking himself for that one.
Yeah, I feel like if he doesn't put down those shots, he can get into a much better position,
100%.
Without a doubt. I mean, they had no idea where he was. He could have came, just kill that player on the bomb. The other players coming through garage probably would not have been able to get some shots on Looney. He could have actually just hid behind the other car, down over closer towards the site. So right there around where you thought Rise Nation could have clutched it up, Looney with a little bit of a misplay there towards the end. Going to be Elevate taking round 1.
Granted, we have all the information in the world,
we do.
Right? So we can obviously tell where the defuse is if there's a player on it. Looney having to play a little bit more frantic there, but either way, that will be a round win for Elevate, setting the tone for the second game. Now back on offense, it looks like they're going to take a page out of the Rise Nation book and play aggressive here towards B as well. But look at Rise Nation.
Play, but yeah, no, this is a nice play from Rise Nation. We're finally seeing a fast hit over down towards the A site. It looked like a lot of players going on the flank, and Felony's able to get one. And now just at the ready, he's just closing down the lanes of the map that the side of Elevate can go, right? I mean, when you have control of this bridge area and you have the second player, Aqua, up in market here, you pretty much know you trapped them in that bottom street.
Yep, and look at how far back of the map Watson still is. Will this timing work in his favor? This is going to come down to the second. There it is. Okay, so Watson waits patiently, gets the kill, but unfortunately across the map, his teammates do die. So just like that, he's left by himself in a 1 versus 3. And he's going to check his objective right away, able to get one, but Aqua trusting his teammate in Felony to trade that kill. 1-1 now the score, as Rise Nation will tie it up.
Yeah, and Watson in a tough spot there in the 1v3. I mean, you can't really kind of take some time. You knew there was one player on the bomb. Maybe like just questioning, like, well, why is he just flying in there? Like, just trying to pick up those kills. That's really the only option he had. He needed to take that player out in top bedroom and then focus towards the bomb site, and he was just not able to locate that second player.
Not at all. Heading now into round 3. We've seen a lot of focus towards this B site. Is there any reason to go A for these teams?
No.
Still, Rise Nation looks like they're saying no.
I mean, when you're so close towards this B bomb site, and with the way teams are playing it defensively, with only playing like one player in market, not really challenging, no, there's really no reason to try and risk it going all the way down the bridge over towards A.
Nice job by Zed. He goes towards top roof, cleans up 2 players. That'll put Aqua in the awkward position of a 1 versus 4. Does get one. Nearly has a second, but his position has been given up. He's going to get pressure from all sorts of angles. Imagine, he earns the rewind right there, uses it, goes back up top. Maybe a chance. Unfortunately, though, not quick enough on the triggers. Here it is from Watson's perspective as they just flooded him with 3 players.
And I liked how Elevate played that on the defensive end. They just put right down the middle of the map, down Hotel Hallway.
Yep.
We actually saw Orbit do that yesterday, and it was pretty effective. You just kind of close off a lot of the angles on the map. I think that's a defensive strategy we'll see coming in more into play. I feel like you'll see more teams stack up B on defense or just push straight through the middle of the map.
You really can't go for a quick plant on B if your team doesn't have roof control. It's
No.
as simple as that. And when you lose those gunfights up there, that's almost a round loss automatically.
You lose one gunfight up there and you just give up that whole like patio area.
Yep.
It's really difficult, almost impossible to get the bomb down up B because you're getting crossfire. You have players shooting from market, top bedroom, in that top patio area. It's going to be very difficult to get the bomb down.
Well, this objective will be planted. Felony in an awkward gunfight from this top bedroom window. He's got players all around him. I'm not sure if he recognizes it as of yet. As the second he peeks here, he should be cleaned up quite easily. Rise Nation still looking for the best way to push this one right on through. They've got a player coming from the arch steps, which will be Aqua. Felony's there as well. Aqua's able to get one, but unfortunately his teammate does die. Beautiful shots from Shawnee to close out 2. There's another round win for Elevate, as they'll now go up 3-1.
Yeah, I don't think they had any idea where Shawnee was positioned. You saw Felony just jump out, try and pick up a kill there, and as soon as Felony drops, Shawnee's able to take him out. Wow, some nice shots there from Reedy, actually able to connect with a little bit of a bag through that van there.
Yep.
They'll take out the final player, and it is Elevate up 3-1.
Elevate continuing to look good. They're now on defense. I want to see this setup on defense because Zed was the one that challenged towards his top roof area. Instead, though, right now, now this is looking like what Rise Nation did back in round 1, where they just flood down this bridge side and hope they can catch someone off guard.
But is this a better flank than just kind of pushing straight up through Hotel? I feel like this is, you're not going to get as much like bang for your buck if you go all the way down bridge. I mean,
yeah.
It's a little bit more riskier, and you don't get any that control in the middle of the map that you need. And you see Vicento and Looney picking up a kill apiece.
This round's done.
Yeah, this round is kind of done and dusted.
Vicento playing so far back, not far enough back though, said Shawnee, as he'll go ahead, try to make this one interesting. The objective actually hasn't been planted yet there. Now it finally goes down, and they will put it down for market side, which lets them go ahead, play towards this back statue area, sit behind this fountain, and I don't see how this is possible. I don't think this is possible for Shawnee to win.
No, it's almost impossible. I mean, 1v3, especially where the bomb is planted, you see, I mean, Looney's going to have eyes on him as soon as he crosses.
Oh my
3
gosh.
players in market.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
You just see on X-Ray, it is going to be near impossible to win this. I mean, side of Rise Nation would have really had to give that round away.
Yeah, what I found interesting there, too, is they're not even trying to flank the 3 players. They're not even sending one behind him to try to pinch him. They just know there's no way he can hop this bomb. Let's just stay here, keep peppering down shots. And you see there, it's an assist from Felony alongside Aqua to get that kill traded on through. Rise Nation keeping this one close. They still have the daunting task ahead of coming back into this game. We'll go ahead, watch Elevate again on offense, and they're still going to favor this B site. No reason to push towards A.
No, and I do like how Elevate's actually sending a player to
they're
Reedy up
going
at
for
that
this
top
now.
Hotel, and you do see it's going to be Rise Nation pushing straight down. It's going to be Zed grabbing one,
Whoop.
uses the rewind, comes back. Fantastic play there by Zed.
He knows his life is more important than anything. You might as well save it, win another offensive round, continue that number advantage into the defensive side for you in this series. Zed just playing close, and now they're going to get passive with planting this objective. Matt, do you agree with this decision?
Yeah, I don't think there's really a reason to force it at this moment in time. This map is so large that I feel like you're just going to force Rise Nation to just split up on the defensive end and cover every site, and then you're able to get another easy pick.
Teams just wrapped around each other. They just wound up pushing through the hallway. Didn't see them coming from bridge. Now the objective will go down. Another gunfight victory, this time for Reedy. And Rise Nation are sitting there going, wait, what just happened? How did we miss that? We had that side of the map covered, unfortunately. They'll go ahead and drop this round. Elevate now 2 rounds away from tying up the series 1-1.
Well, you just see how large this map is, obviously, just by the mini-map and just seeing it being played, and it's very difficult to get those rotations down. And once you get that first blood, if you don't go and plant at B right away, just forces the team to just split up. I mean, let's say they have 3 players, so they got to leave 1 at B, 1 in that mid-hotel, and then 1 all the way to A. Like,
not a good setup.
And you can trade those kills out easy. I mean, there's nobody there on the defensive end that can get good follow-up and trade another kill out. So it's a fairly easy side to win on offense once you get that first blood.
If you're Rise Nation now, you've got a quiet game so far from Looney. Felony has been kind of trading these gunfights top patio, like right there, another 3v3.
But where's the follow-up, though?
Does he need more support up there?
Yeah, I mean, where is that next kill? I mean, you have another player up there, you're able to trade that out.
And look, Rise Nation, they're just like, okay, we've got to make something happen. Let's just push through market.
Yeah, so it'll be well, now they came to stop in market, and they've kind of trapped themselves a little bit, because now you have Shawnee on the other side.
Oh, look at that grenade!
Ooh, if you're at Elevate, you can pinch on this in market, just trap them in here, and you see Shawnee just doing a nice job staying alive. It actually looks like Reedy is the one who's coming on this flank, but it's just a little bit too long.
Oh, he might have the timing he needs. And is this an ERAD? Am I seeing an ERAD? What? An ERAD brought out here in Search and Destroy?
We saw it yesterday when they actually
we saw it yesterday in Game 1, and then everyone switched to the OSA.
No. We saw it yesterday actually on this map in S&D because they use it to actually just push down that hotel hallway and try and win those close quarter engagements.
All right, I'll give him that.
It definitely hurts them later in the round, though, when
like,
they have to
like
fight
right there.
anywhere outside of the hotel hallway.
I can look at the minimap right now. There are a lot of places that aren't the hotel hallway.
There's the ERAD is pretty much that little line in the middle of your screen. That's where it's useful.
and then everywhere around
outside of that is
you don't want it.
No.
So Rise Nation just say, you know what, guys, let's hold hands and let's just try to make something interesting happen. They need to work on their defensive plays, and they know that, so they're just going to go for it all. They know Watson always plays back here. They're doing the same thing, and I think Rise Nation are beginning to adapt, Matt, as this game has gone on.
Oh, yeah, they just bait Watson out. They had Felony actually just run by, and Watson just jumps out of that back broken area, tries to chase the kill. They're able to take him out relatively easily. It's a 4v1 scenario here. Sean, the only one alive, has the reactive armor. Don't think you'd use it in this round, obviously. You still have a one-round cushion. Worst case scenario, obviously, Rise Nation ties this game up. You want that reactive armor for later in the game.
And I swapped over to the other team just to show you how this is how North American players play S&D. You're in a 3v1, you run around together. You don't stay stationary because one player gets picked off, someone can run right away. If they're all moving, if they're all holding hands together, there's a very slim opportunity for a 3v1 clutch.
Which I feel like Search and Destroy has kind of just changed in the pro scene over the last year and a half
or so.
It's
See, like, you don't want that to happen.
No, you do not want that to happen. Now it actually becomes an interesting... Now you could use reactive armor. So now when you get the 1v2 scenario, you have an idea of both players in market.
Oh!
They actually stacked up there. If he actually pops his reactive, he may be able to win that.
I think he gets that 1v2 down. Shawnee nearly getting the 1v4. I just look over at Felony. He's shaking his head going, that does not need to be that close, guys. We should be closing out those rounds with ease. Now they're just trying to strategize. Your play worked on defense. Sending 4 people down the bridge worked. But now where do you go on the offensive side?
These teams are so evenly matched.
Yep.
I mean, it just seems like even in the hard point, right? Like one little minor mistake or one kill here or there could have decided that one.
250 to 249, yes.
And I feel like Search and Destroy, obviously, we're heading towards a round 11 with how evenly matched these teams are. Now, you saw yesterday Elevate. They win in the 3-0 scenario, but easily just today, Rise Nation could come back and 3-0 them. So it'll be Rise on offense now. Trying to make a play over towards that B bomb site. You have Felony up here. He's going to lock down that top patio. So not going to be able to create a crossfire on the defensive end for Elevate. So Rise, they should be able to get the bomb down with relative ease if they choose to do so.
Is this a round where you use this active camo? Do you try to secure a free first blood for your team? It appears no, because they're just waiting too long to make something happen. And the pressure from Zed and crew, they get enough information to challenge 3 towards this top roof. And why is that, Matt? Because there's never been anyone there to help Felony.
No, I mean, you know Felony has been playing solo there the entire time, so why not just try and isolate him and take him out? But Rise Nation, they battle back things into a 2v2 scenario, so see what they decide to do, whether they rat bomb or they just kind of play a little bit slower and try and force the issue over towards B. You see the side of Elevate, they've actually stacked over towards the B bomb site here. And I think with 20 seconds left, you have to have an idea of rotations coming in.
Yeah, they're just playing back-to-back, seeing exactly where they could go with this one.
I'm shocked they have not decided to move.
It looks like now they're going to get this one going, and this will actually earn Looney his reactive armor. Does he get the bomb planted? He does, but immediately gets killed off. It's Aqua in the 1 versus 2. Shawnee, Watson pushing right through. Do you use the reactive armor here? You might have to. No reason to when Shawnee's hitting headshots like that. Round 9 goes over to the Europeans as they'll put themselves back up by 1.
So now you kind of get into this battle where, you know, who's going to use their reactive armor first and who gets the better use of it. I feel like that's what this next round will come to decide. I wonder if one team decides to save it and just like not use it and try and win the round just straight up. Try and bait the other team into using it.
The big thing will not only be baiting the other team into using it, but actually re-earning it, because yes, Shawnee has it, but he has to get points to wind up being able to use it in this round. But here we go. This is Elevate now saying, you know what, any curveball you throw at us, we'll dish it right back. And this time around, it's a 4-man hit down the street. They've got Overdrive popped as well. Felony actually uses his payload, which is active camo, and seeks behind 3, but he gives away his position and actually doesn't even clean up a single kill. It could be the defining moment of this game, as Felony had 3 in his sights and walks away empty-handed. The bomb has been planted. It's a 4-on-1. Looney left by himself.
There was 0 chance they were going to turn around and check that. they were just going to keep running straight down the bridge. Felony would have been able to pick up at least 2 kills. We wait a split second. The reactive armor is going to come in. Looney's going to pick up a second one. So can Looney clutch this? It would be a 1v4 scenario. So he's gotten 2 already. And then now both players for Elevate just going to stack up on the bomb, watch each other's back. And Looney's actually running out of time. He's taking a very long route here.
This is the longest route you could take, and he's still checking corners as well.
You don't have enough time to do this.
7.5 second defuse time. He has no idea where these final 2 are. There's one.
Oh my.
Did he see the spot of the second player? 15 seconds remaining. He's got to move quick. Time ticking down. Will Looney check it in time? Looking at every single wrong corner. I thought he had an idea of where he was.
I thought he saw him jump up.
I thought he did too, but Looney in the end can't make the 1v4 happen, and we'll have ourselves a tied series going into Uplink on Frost.
Because we can see slightly on X-Ray, like if they see them or not.
Yeah.
I actually thought you saw him come out of grave and like jump up and then lay down behind that truck. Evidently, Looney did not see him in that position.
Ooh, there was a clip a few weeks ago of Clayster nearly clutching a 1v4 in the exact same way where the player hid behind that back tank.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if Looney watched that and said, you know what, let me go check that same spot, because if he did here, it would have won him that round. Unfortunately, we talked about how long it was taking for him to go towards that push to make it happen. In the end, Elevate wind up winning that map, and it will go ahead and tie the series up 1-1 going into Uplink.
Yeah, Elevate getting a win there. You see Shawnee with a very nice game, goes 11-5. The side of Rise Nation, you saw Looney, he played well, 9-7 at that one round we thought could have